Hello, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have the World Cup round three. Quite exciting matches in tiebreak, some of the longest matches as well, which we'll be covering. Here we have Arkady Naidic, Grandmaster, with us. Hello,
Good
Arkady.
evening. Good evening, Georgi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Are you ready to analyze some of
Yes.
the interesting games?
Yes, of course. Yesterday we saw already quite impressive games with a lot of interesting ideas. Today, knockout matches, the nerves, the tension, and of course, with little time on the clock, we see much more of the mistakes. So it's going to be very, very exciting. Most of the favorites managed to get to the round four. So this we cannot say about the classical chess, actually, no, Georgi, because in the classical chess we have a lot of top guys already long time being home, and in rapid and blitz somehow they manage to get to the next round with a higher percentage. How could you explain that?
Not entirely sure. Probably there was a heavy pressure on the opening theory, perhaps, that it was not really possible to get the fighting chances in classical or longer time control.
but
And
why
if they
they lose
wanted to
in
make a draw,
classical?
they were choosing.
Yeah, but Georgi,
In
but
classical,
why does they
losing,
lose?
they took unreasonable chances, perhaps.
And then
We
rapid
have
blitz
seen
they
some
don't.
of the examples. They do, but it doesn't get punished that easily,
Okay, but
probably.
I don't
That's
know.
kind of the only sort of explanation what I have, but I'm not sure. Like, okay, well, what is the real reason? But I kind of think so.
Yes, you think so? All right, because I'm not so sure. Because usually in rapid and in blitz, you can have accidental chances because the probability of blundering something is just higher. In classical chess, it does not happen that much. Maybe actually in classical chess, the situation that we see now that the difference between someone with 2-6 and 2-7 is actually not that big. So the difference of level maybe is neutralized by the theory knowledge, and it's very difficult to actually prove that you are better in a classical game. And in a rapid game and blitz game, it seems to be more easier to prove that actually the stronger player wins. A bit strange, I think, but this is what we see. So anyway, very interesting. So let's take a look. We start first
Let's
with
have
a
a
game
look.
of VE versus Gledura. VE, of course, we all know VE, Chinese number one currently, so he has more elo than Ding Liren. And Gledura Benjamin, he is playing for Hungary, strong GM lately. He's showing quite nice results. I think he's also at his top with 2647 elo. He's climbing, so he is on a rise. VE as well playing, I think, great chess during the past year, no, Georgi? I think he won a lot of
Definitely.
things. So as well in a great shape, and Chinese hope because there are the only Chinese left, I think.
Pretty much among this level, yes, because Tin Legion definitely disappeared. Who else they had? Hugh Youngie, okay, is kind of fighting, but not really. But Wei definitely could be. I believe he's in top 10, perhaps,
Yeah, very
or
near.
15
But I mean,
currently.
he was in top 10, and then somehow he had this period where he played a little bit, and now he's back. So VE is obviously back, playing very, very nice chess. Let's see. First game, VE versus Gledura. We have e4, knight c3, and bishop c4. So it's quite funny to see that this opening is often played in rapid and blitz chess. And also in the game which I wanted to show all of you guys, it's Dubov versus Meyer. Georg Meyer, it's gonna be the same opening, knight c3, bishop c4. Of course, this opening is not the most correct for high-level chess because there is knight takes e4, which leads, according to theory, basically to unplayable equal position. That's why we don't see it so much. But in blitz and rapid, bishop c4 is dangerous. Georgi, do you have experience with knights c3 and bishop c4 move order?
Not with white, but with the black pieces, I've seen it quite a lot. Over the board, classical, no. No one has tried it. And actually, I do test both knight c6 and knight e4 as well. If I want to fight for something more, usually I go for knight c6. If draw is also fine, I take knight e4. And they always go after knight e4, there's queen h5 variations with queen e5 and so on.
But okay,
so
this a must,
I don't see black having some problem. It's a bit tricky, but if black sort of knows a couple of moves, it's fine. But overall, I just usually continue with knight c6, and
Okay,
if I
basic
see
to
some,
normal Italian, yeah.
if knight f3, I'm taking
Then
already
knight
on
e4,
e4
okay,
with better,
d3.
and if d3, I go with this knight a5 ideas and
Okay.
taking on c4, bishop c5, c6. I feel like black will has more fighting chances over there.
Okay, normal positions in both cases, no? I mean, just the beginning of the
Definitely.
game. So, knight e4, I believe it is the most concrete move, and knight c6 is also possible in the game. We see bishop c5, which is, of course, as well. And normal continuation, we see knight ge2, so VE tries to get out of main line theory. I think this is his opening idea, no, Georgi?
Definitely.
He doesn't like to play main lines, seems like.
I'm a bit surprised about that because a person which is capable of finding some bishop f7 ideas in 30 seconds time frame, I think he should be just memorizing the sharpest lines available there,
Yeah,
so
but
he can navigate through so easily.
Not so easy, Georgi, because the other guy knows lines as well. So sometimes, let's say, if you have unclear positions, then usually the stronger player wins. So this is always a trick that in case you play from VE perspective, in a rapid game, he's thinking, okay, let me get out of theory, and probably I'm gonna win the game because I'm just a better player. But in case you play a very forced long line, then just in case your opponent remembers, there is no game. That's the problem. So
Fair point.
sometimes for rapid and blitz, it's good to choose position that is just equal, but it's quite rare, so you play over the board. And I guess this is the idea of this knight g2. Obviously, it's not the best. So objectively speaking, black is perfectly okay. Short castle, d6. I don't understand this move order by Glidura, to be honest, because why not to start with the move knight c6 first, just to avoid some tricky lines with d4, yeah? I don't know. I don't know what's the point of
Either
starting.
he wants to provoke it, perhaps. Maybe later he wanted to play c6, d4, but no, actually, he played d6. He doesn't want to do it anymore.
I don't know. This looks to me to be a bit strange. I don't understand this move order. And actually, we see the move d4, which is very logical. Yeah, I mean, why not to take the center in case you can? So we have this position, which is slightly better for white. Solid move, king h1. King h1 is, I think, very useful in so many ways. We have rook e8. Black wants to take the pawn, and we have the move f3. So all is pretty normal, no, Georgi? Now, I think the main plan for black should be c6,
c6,
d5.
d5.
Yeah. And the
Yes,
question
indeed.
is, do you manage or you don't manage? In case black manages, it's equal. In case black does not manage that, white should be slightly better, in my opinion. Not much again, yeah, but very, very little. We have another
Yes.
plan being played by Glidura. It is the move knight c6. Actually, quite interesting. Because position is hard to judge. So, Georgi, what do you think about the position? Knight c6, take. What are your thoughts about this?
I actually think that black is fine in this position because this f3, e4 doesn't really entice me as much. And of course, after my favorite plan with the black pieces in this type of structures, I think black should be absolutely fine. I don't believe white has any edge. And actually, I might even prefer to play with the black pieces this. Not because black is better or something, just stylistically it fits better. Because look, f4 is a little bit harder to pull off. Because there will be some maybe knight g4, bishop g4 ideas, etc.
F4 is not
First, e4 pawn needs to be protected. If that is not possible, then why just need to stabilize the center, right? Like develop the bishop's end. But I don't see much, actually.
I don't know.
What
Georgi,
exactly
because-
will be the target?
Okay, let's say first we need to calculate the move knight a4. So if I get the bishop straight
It's okay.
away, I don't know.
I'll tuck it back probably on b6.
Yes.
Takes. Because I have the feeling light squared bishops, I might be able to trade it.
No, but it's a normal position. Okay, black for sure is not better, but I would.
Yeah, I don't know, like b3, okay, I'll just trade it off probably.
How do you trade off something?
Bishops, or it's not time yet.
No, but it's
Yeah, this bishop on over b3, bishop b2, I like it actually for white.
I think it's close to equal, but I think it's in slight favor of white, because I don't see why it should not be in slight favor for white. I get
yeah,
bishop
this
to
knight
b2.
a4, knight b6 is a good one.
No, but I think I can play as well with the move b3 first. I don't know what is better, because I don't think you can push d5. So it's all about the move d5. At the moment, it doesn't look like it is working. And for example, if you go like bishop e6, I'm just gonna take, and this is for sure slightly better for white. So you have to take with a rook, and I'm gonna play or knight a4 immediately, or I go bishop b2 first. Even if you manage to play d5, which is critical, yeah, let's say, has to be calculated, e5 and so on. But maybe actually you cannot play d5 because of e5 and knight a4, but maybe you can bishop d6, you sacrifice. Okay, too complex to say exactly, but even if, let's say, I have no tricks, no nothing, I can always take on d5, and even this position is maybe slightly better for white. So for example, take, I go like knight a4, or I go knight b5, I don't know, maybe knight a4 first. So it might be very close to equal, but still you need to work a little bit to equalize completely. Yeah?
Fair point.
Yes, it is close to equal. Of course, in case you can play the move d5 in a good version, yes, for sure, it should be a draw, objectively speaking. But white is completely out of risk. Yeah? That's why maybe with white it's worse to take on c6 and just play position which is maybe very, very little bit better. In the game we see knight to b3, so this is a little bit strange to me, because now we have this horrible knight on b3. Usually
what is it doing?
That's correct. It's doing nothing. No, but usually when we play knight b3, we should have the possibility of playing bishop g5, because that's the point, that after bishop g5, bishop h4, it's very hard to get rid of the pin. But currently we cannot play the move bishop g5. So this idea with knight b3, which is standard, is making not much sense without bishop g5, because what we're gonna do with the bishop on c1? That's a problem. So usually we don't play knight b3 without bishop g5. That, I don't know, it's a bit strange to my understanding to have this position with white, because I don't have bishop g5. So what I do next, VE is going for the move knight a4, but is it really good to have the knight on b3? Of course, again, white is fine, but can this be better with a knight on b3, Georgi?
What do you think? I don't think so, actually, because the knight still needs to come back in the center, right? What is it doing over there?
At some moment, yeah. At some moment, probably, yeah.
I'm a bit confused. It's a bit weird setup, though.
Yes. It's a bit strange. It's a bit strange as well to me. I don't understand it so well. Maybe it's playable for white, but I don't understand this with a knight on b3, because it does not look perfect. So I have my doubts if this is the best that white could have done. I think as well now with black we can go just straight somewhere, no? Knight e5, d5, or your favorite move bishop e6 is also looking very solid.
All the way, bishop e6 all the way.
Now I think
it's mandatory.
Now in case of changes you're gonna push with d5 next, and that's it. So white tries to be tricky with bishop b5, bishop d7. All right, very, very solid. I think soon white is just gonna be worse, no?
Yes.
Because slowly, still there is no good place for the bishop on c1. Yes, white has bishop pair, but good rook on a8, knight e5 is coming next, d5 eventually somewhere. I think position is completely equal. We have a4, knight e5, very normal, knight d4. No, but I think white is worse, no? White is just worse.
Don't see much actually here going on.
Yeah. So VE got just slightly worse with white out of opening. So sometimes it's indeed better to play what you know.
There we go.
But okay, the game goes on. So this is the advantage of rapid chess, blitz chess towards classical chess. In classical chess, to win this position against Glidura with white is almost impossible because the guy is just so tight. He just wants to make a draw, and he's gonna make a draw because very safe player. But in Rapid and in Blitz, it's possible to win, of course, this position with white because you play. At some moment, very little time on the clock, and anything is possible. So this is the advantage, I think, of Rapid and Blitz chess towards equal positions. Georgi, what do you think?
Definitely, actually, whoever has the initiative can go more. Because today I was also checking. We will move on to that because it was one of the longest match. Theoretically, Artemiev and MVL.
Yes,
and
great
even
match.
into very basic situations, actually, Artemiev spent a lot of time, and like in some very simple positions, he made some mistakes as well. So fast time
Everything is
controls,
possible.
anything can happen, especially when we were talking about a person which at some point had 2800 in fast time control in
But they're
Blitz.
both extremely strong, I think. Both. I think this is the
Yes.
strongest match of the knockouts because both of them, Maxim Shilograf and Artemiev, both of them are just super strong in Blitz and Rapid. I think they play Blitz and Rapid much better than Classical. What do you think, Georgi?
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
For Artemiev's case, for sure, MVL probably will be a bit closer to the balance, but he still plays better fast time
I
control.
think in fast time controls, he's maybe currently he got older, but let's say 5 years ago, even 2 years ago, no, he became world champion in Rapid. So
He did,
or
if
Blitz
I'm not
or Rapid,
mistaken, as well.
yeah, well, one of them. So he's super strong in fast time controls. Okay, let's go. Let's continue watching the game because it is not the most interesting game, but just to see how VE got to the next round. So they play, and Glidura is strangely not pushing the move d5. Hard to understand because okay, at some moment you should just make d5 and that's it, no? He tries to be ultra careful, but alright, if you wait forever, it's not gonna work. Now finally we see the move d5, and of course it is still in equal
E5.
position. Yeah, knight on e4, so of course black cannot be worse having this monster. Bishop e3 and queen c3. A bit strange decision, to be honest, because I think black should just go at some moment the move f6 and that's it. And as we know, combination of knight and queen is usually better than queen and bishop. So he plays for a draw with a move queen c3, but was it necessary to play for a draw with black? I'm not so convinced of that because I think that black might play for advantage. Why to try to focus so much on a draw? Georgi, what is your opinion on
if
that?
we consider, let's say, if we consider the fact that Glidura likes to force some matters with the black pieces, especially in the first game, he probably was like, okay, I'm going to hold this, why bother? But let's say if f6, for example, queen b6 will not be possible long term. If e takes f6, knight f6, and queen b6 ideas, probably he was calculating, but then I can push d4, knight d5 ideas maybe, or something like that even.
I think
So yes,
it's
these
extremely
pieces look
complex.
amazing there.
I think it's extremely complex, but there is no reason for black to play for a draw. So you can even give up on the b6 pawn. Let's say I play something like even h5. Why not, no? I'm not sure
And
that you can
continue the
take.
attack.
Maybe you can take, but now you have to calculate the move d4, because then I go like rook e6 with a tempo, and a lot of things will be very dynamic around the white king. But as well, I can just push h4 because I have this monster knight. So once I start attacking, I think I might be able, to put
Will be
you
easier.
under pressure. So
Yes, I actually like the f6 version as well.
F6,
Like it
yes,
is quite
very normal,
straightforward.
yeah, very normal move, yeah. So I don't know, Georgi. In case I would
strange
be black,
decision.
I would not rush so much in an endgame and trying to make a draw, because what's the reason? I don't think that black is worse. So we have rook c2, d4, and we have basically a drawish rook endgame. Because
Yeah, but
pawns are
why?
way...
Why going on that down a pawn?
This I don't know. I don't know why to go for a rook endgame with a pawn down. This is extremely weird. Yes, it is a draw, but why to go for it? Yeah, Georgi. I don't know.
Yeah,
This is something very strange. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he thought that after f6 it's just a draw straight, But as well, in case you put the rook like to b4, it should be draws, and you play b5, and okay. In best case, white gets 4 pawns versus 3, which is a complete draw, yeah.
And if black would be worse to start with, I would understand it fully. But
this is Hungarian
just put
style.
himself in trouble for no reason.
Yes, but this is Hungarian style of playing chess. Name me one Hungarian except Rapport who plays with black for win. There is 0.
Yeah, no one comes in mind. Yeah, fair point.
No. It's like Hungarians are usually very happy with the draw with black, and that's it. Yeah, try to push with white and be very safe with black. So this is a Hungarian school. Okay, still there is no reason to lose position like that. No. Also,
yes.
I don't know what is this move. Okay. Rook e7. Why not to take just on e5? It's a
maybe check and rook c7.
Okay, I get the rook to g5 or get the next to b4, and we agree to a draw. So I don't know, a little bit hard to understand. Rook e7.
But at this point, they're getting so low on time.
Yeah, but
I think it does affect.
I think Lidura should be strong enough to hold that, even having little time, because it just complete draw. So b5 finally, b4, take. What doesn't take? This is strange. What a move, rook b5. Okay, just take the pawn and play b6, that's it. So he plays rook b5, now he takes, wow. Okay, nerves.
Just
nerves.
He provoked the king to get in the center.
Yeah, okay. Obviously, Lidura feels very nervous. Okay, now they play. Still, it is a draw, but slowly white is advancing. And finally, oh, he allows also to play e6. This
yeah, the king to get,
okay, very little time on the clock. Of course, anything can happen, but obviously, Lidura losing a completely drawish endgame. And that's it, yeah. Okay, lucky win for VE. I think psychologically VE wanted to push for a win, and Lidura just psychologically from move 1 wanted to so much to make a draw, yeah, that finally he lost the game. I think psychology decided.
It was quite obvious, I agree.
Yeah, otherwise,
because based on his moves, it didn't look like he was pressing by any means.
No, not at all, because I think in case Lidura would play not VE, but let's say you would cover the name of white, he would make easily a draw. But since he sees VE sitting in front of him, yeah, this was too much for him. All right, so the second game which I wanted to look at is the game between Rapport and the Turkish uprising superstar Erdogmus. Rapport is black, Erdogmus is white, because white lost this game and next game it was a draw, so Rapport went to the next round.
That's quite dramatic draw as well, actually.
Long game.
Second one.
Yeah, long game. Okay, so we have this bishop b5 and knight e7, rook e1, very safe system, and Rapport, he seems to like to play this h6 structure, h6 move. It's also a computer move. Okay, we have the move c3, a6, bishop f1, d5, all is normal, knight f6, d takes c5. It seems like white is surprised, yeah? Because he has spent already 2 minutes. Still, there is
and Rapport is just gaining and gaining time.
Okay, but this is completely equal endgame. All right, so we have just an equal position, and Rapport will outplay. Let's see how Rapport does it. All is pretty normal. a5, by the way, cool move. Please remember, for all that are watching, a5 very important. It looks not so good here, because it's like a4 and square b5, but it's so important because in case of a4 we will have in a good moment bishop e6 attacking the knight on b3. So if in case the knight could get to b5, yeah, a5 is bad, but now that we have the knight on b3, a5 is good. So for example, a4, maybe we just play the move b6.
b6, yes. Yes.
For example, bishop g2, bishop b7. So the knight is dead. Yeah, very important. If the knight would be on a3, knight b5, a5, huge mistake. Was a knight on b3, very strong positional move by Rapport. Actually, Rapport played it instantly. So high level player, Richard. Nothing to say about. Bishop g2 to allow a4. On the other hand, this is weird. So probably white should play the move a4 because to allow a4 is a bit too much. Knight c5, bishop b6. So still position is approximately equal, but slowly white is getting worse because now we have the pawn on a4 and this a3 push could happen in a good moment, and white can never play the move a3 because then the structure is horrible. So black is pushing a little bit. Still, I think no reason to lose the game, no, Georgi?
Definitely.
e4, okay. b3, ooh, what is b3? This is looking ugly. He trapped the knight on c5, that's the point. That's funny. Knight has no squares. b6 and the knight is trapped. Wow.
Wow, that's a nice one.
He trapped the
Even
knight.
this bishop f1 doesn't help because rook a5 will be there as well if something. b6, bishop b5.
Rook a5, yeah.
Okay,
Maybe
5 by
there's a
this
check.
one. Okay, I see.
But I can go knight e5. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Looks bad.
unbelievable.
Wow, that's a good one,
No, but to
actually.
catch a knight on c5 is just how to catch a knight on c5. But actually, yeah, it's almost there. b6, rook a5. Yes, unbelievable. So Rapport, so tricky. Yeah? He can catch even pieces in very unexpected positions. b3 actually just to save the knight, but now look at this pawn structure. Yeah,
Wow.
not the best game of the Turkish superstar. Bishop e6, Rapport continues playing very logical, very normal, and wait, he took on b3. Wow. No, but Rapport is playing a little bit strange chess, no, Georgi? Because me, I would never take on b3. Like, no circumstances.
There must be something concrete, otherwise I don't understand it.
No, but of course it is concrete. But even if it is concrete, still, I don't know. Let's say Rapport is
So
playing
let's
very interesting
activate
chess.
the piece like rook a3 or something like that. I don't know, like, and then bring the pieces. No, or it's too much.
I don't know, Georgi. I think black is having multiple options where you just push for free, no? Because
Yes.
c3, a2 is weak. It's like many years ago when I've been playing Morozevich, and for me, it was impossible to guess any of his moves. Like literally any. Because Morozevich was, in my opinion, maybe the most creative player next to Shirov, maybe, no? Of the very, very top. And at some moment, I think Morozevich, he was number 2 in the world, yeah? Almost 2,800.
Yes.
But he had always extremely strange positions. It's like his how is usually top 10 player thinking. So when you have option of playing a move which is relatively safe and you control the game, and you have a move which is, let's say, leading you to very, very uncertain positions. Usually most of the people are playing the safe move, but Morozevich, I think, reversed. Yeah, once he had a chance to do something weird, he did it. So it was impossible to guess because the way he was thinking, I think, about chess was completely different from any other chess player. And a little bit with Rapport, I think we have the same story. Because for me, and he takes on b3 very fast, yeah, within like 20-30 seconds. Me, I would like double check 10 times, yeah, before I take.
Yes, actually, speaking of which, exactly the same thing. Rapport mentioned himself that Morozevich was helping him actually on the preparations and setting up the repertoires and everything for quite some time. In one of the interviews, I've checked it, so
Okay.
it is quite obvious, I believe, now whose footsteps he is following.
But even if you have a coach like Morozevich, still to be like Morozevich is so difficult.
Makes
So,
sense. Or maybe he
this
was
is special.
putting him in the situations that there is no other way than trying to be Morozevich there, because you were just lost otherwise.
I don't know, Georgi. I don't know, but in any
He
case,
was putting him on spot.
maybe, but I don't know. It's not easy to be like that. So rook d3. Now rook c1. I think it's just a blunder, yeah, because knight e5.
Knight comes in.
Cannot move, but probably I think bishop f1 or the move g4. Both I think is looking normal. I think would be very hard for black to win this because I don't know, g4 or bishop f1. Let's say
Let's say bishop f1
you take
takes. Let's
maybe check. Let's say I check you. You go. I don't know where you go. f8.
f8 probably, yes.
And do I play bishop d5? Or do I play some move like g4? Maybe I give you a check. I think many ways should lead to position that white should be able, I think, to keep equality here.
Can't white be a bit more annoying, like check, go after the g pawn, and you know, like to kind
Maybe,
of.
but you might get mated, no? I don't know. It's not.
I still have hope that I can escape.
Escape?
If I take the g pawn, I
Okay.
will be able to escape.
Yes, so we should make it a bit harder for you to take the pawn. You want to go rook g6 and then give me check. Okay.
Yes.
But I can go
Yes.
over d4 maybe. So let's say I play g5. Is it so obvious?
Looks risky, but actually, on the other hand, let's say if I put the bishop on e2 a bit later, if I go after the b pawn, let's say rook g7 and take on b7,
But knight
I'm
d4.
getting mated, right?
Yes, you're getting mated. Precisely.
There's no chance.
No, but if you let me play
Let's
g4,
say-
you will get mated, Georgi.
Let's say I put the bishop on f1 and I go king g2. Exactly
but-
how will be the mate?
Second e3
Some f3.
or e3 instead.
Maybe,
But this is very dangerous,
maybe.
Georgi. To play like that, I
Okay,
think.
something easier.
Yeah, you should try to start with something easier. But why not to play like bishop d5? So I think maybe just take should be enough. So you must play king e7, yes, to be fast with king d6. Can I play like g4? Because I really like this move g4. If I can manage to play g4, then probably I can make a draw, but maybe still not so easy. Huh?
It's still complex, but I think it's possible to hold it with white with accurate, very accurate play
Yeah, but
there.
still not easy, not easy. Yeah. Maybe Rapport played just a fantastic move, bishop b3, but for me it would be so difficult to play like bishop b3. So difficult.
You know, in the same line, it's probably possible to, let's say, go for this bishop f1 ideas, c4, whatever we checked it, bishop, and the g4 inclusion, will it not weaken the e6 f5 too badly that we can go after later?
Georgi, I don't know, but
Let's say bishop f1.
all of that needs to be calculated, yeah. So of course white has chances to make a draw, but as well black has chances to win, yeah. So
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a bit complex. Yes.
to say very precisely, it's difficult. So we have passive defense with a move rook c1, knight e5, h3. Again, very passive play by white. Rook to d2, and it's very difficult to move, and knight d3 is coming. So finally, we see the move g4 and knight to d3. Maybe not the best.
It's better to activate the king, it seems.
It seems like it was better first to bring the king.
He allows the
than
knight
d3.
to get traded. By the way, I have a question. Did Rapport mention that he will not use his time at all? Or like he has a bet maybe that he needs to win over 10 minutes? Or
He's playing super
like,
fast.
what's
yeah.
up with that?
Super fast. Yeah. Rapport is playing super fast. Rook a5. Maybe he missed rook a5.
You know what? He missed this bishop f1, I believe.
Not sure because.
That this was getting traded.
But are you sure that this?
Because these distant pawns, I'm not sure. Black is actually pressing well. It was very easily winning for black, and all of a sudden he needs to calculate what's going on in the rook ending.
Yes, I think he missed.
With
yeah. Only rook a5. he
not
missed.
separated pawns.
Yes.
Okay, 5.
Yeah. Okay, so still go. The
I
game
mean, I
goes
bet
on.
he makes a move in a millisecond. So
Yeah. Rook d7. But okay, it's not an easy draw, Georgi. This is not
Of
an
course.
easy draw. Maybe just lost. No, but this is like super tough in case it is a draw. Because how to see that this is exactly a draw?
well, if pawn is going to fall, right?
But which pawn is going
Or
to
no,
fall?
you'll push f4, rook d4, f3, king
If you
f2.
attack, I play f4.
Let's say I go rook d4, f3 as well, I assume.
Yes. But
Go on f2.
why you bring my pawn closer? What's the point?
I wanted to cut the king, or is it like too much? Let's say rook d6. Maybe I'll put the pawn on h4, or no need. Will be too much.
I don't know, Georgi, but
Even
gonna
something
play
like
d4 and I'm
rook-
gonna run. How are you gonna save this game?
Let's say rook h6.
Okay, doesn't matter.
I'll take this on h5.
Okay, now I need to calculate.
You know, using my h pawn. Yes, maybe that's kind of the way, perhaps, or is it?
Okay, I should not give you the pawn.
Yes,
Okay, let me
something like
start with
that.
king g7.
I will stay on this. Yes,
Yeah, but this is
6th rank. Yeah, it's quite artificial way to play here, but okay, well, practically
is,
speaking, I think black should be doing fine. I'll stay.
But how you stay? I want to play h4.
Let's say. Want to go h4, and the pawn is untouchable later. Yes.
No, but I just want to run. So I need to make.
I'll push h4 myself. I think it's
Okay,
time.
let's say you push. I play b4. You play rook b6. I guess. No?
On b6, yes.
Because
yes.
I want to play rook c3 probably and
Yes,
d3.
yes.
So
It's important.
and the question is, am I ready to run? So let's say I run. You need to take the pawn.
I need to go down. Yes, yes, for sure, immediately.
Okay, let's say you play here.
From
Now,
b5.
if I play king g6, you go king g3. So for
I'll give a
this-
check. I'll give a check and then come back
Yeah,
probably.
okay, so changes nothing. So let's say I go here.
Take. It's an interesting ending, by the way.
Yes,
So yeah, I go
Maybe
back
you're in
and
time.
b3, yes. h5.
need to push and yes, it seems like
How does black... Yeah, because the king will not be in time.
just in time was h7 because one more.
This
movement,
is such a weird... but it might be able to... Okay, practically speaking, it looks...
okay, tough
Tough?
endgame, tough.
yes,
endgame.
of course. Of course.
Very tough endgame to hold because it doesn't look like this is a draw. Rook d5, rook d4. So I don't know, Georgi, because it doesn't look so obvious. Also, here you have a move like rook g3. Where do you go? Maybe king f2 is possible, yeah. Because if I take, you go like rook b4 to take the, or rook.
There will be rook h5.
I go here, take. This is probably.
But if I do go on h2,
no, but
if I go on
no, but I
h2,
think this should be.
then
This should be already on the limit.
too much. I take.
I don't know. be honest,
Can
I
I
don't know.
be on time? Yeah, I don't know.
No, but
I
even
to
if
go
you're
on
on
the
time,
b.
then
No, I'm not going after the h pawn. I want to go down. Yes.
yeah, but this is always this.
Let's say rook h4.
Yeah, you're lucky that
You
I
need
don't
to
have
cut.
this.
Yes, I'm looking at maybe move by move, some weird.
No, but even now, rook d7, I think is not so easy to say. This is a draw or this is a win, because your king is just.
I need to take it, then go after the. Yeah, okay, well,
Also,
very,
this
very
is not
weird.
so clear. Also, b4.
But I do feel like
No, but
okay, I need
it's-
to bring my king down for
Yeah,
sure.
but for example, this
But one thing
position,
is clear actually that
this is a draw. Yeah. Okay,
this should be.
tough.
That for some reason White comes up with some chances for sure.
Yes,
actually,
yes, no, but
because
White
it
has
feels
chances.
like maybe something. Okay, maybe some. Wait, these are the blunders.
I don't know, Georgi. I don't know. The rapport has a lot of time but plays extremely fast. Erdogmos has
He
no
had a
time,
bet
so
for sure.
he has to play very, very fast. And but okay, to hold this with little time is just so difficult, and it seems like you cannot defend against b3
Going
because
down, yes.
you're not in time. So
And with the f pawn, it's finished.
yeah. So the game finally ends with a victory for Rapport. Okay, nice endgame play from Richard. Somewhere
Good
he
one.
gave some chances, but all in all, nice play. Then we had Yu Yang Yi against Narayanan. Well, I think Narayanan is actually not a bad player, but of course he's not the level of Yu Yang Yi, and Yu Yang Yi is now with the white pieces. So, by the way, we see again this opening. This time we have the move
Yes.
B6. Actually, I don't like this
B6.
move B6 so much because I think black is just slightly worse. And we have these structures. Yeah, I never understood why it's so nice to play this with black, personally. Because I thought it's like hedgehog, but white should be doing a little better.
Mhm.
What do you think, Georgi?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan with the structures with black. When I play this, I actually go with G6 even. The setups against Rosolimo, my personal preference.
Okay, so we have hedgehog, but two light pieces
It's just
changed.
worse for
Yeah,
black.
very unpleasant. Yeah, the 6 pawn is gonna fall.
I don't see counterplay at all, actually, yes.
So he tries b5. That's nice. Nice play by Narayanan, but still it feels unpleasant.
Even that looks bad.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, okay. Well,
knight e4 is
is
strange.
there nothing better?
Oh, knight e4 is a bit strange because why not to take and
Say
push?
if I take, the bishop goes somewhere
Okay, you're gonna
on
push with white for a long
b7,
time.
perhaps. Then
a4.
yes, slight plus should be for white. Yes, 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 yes.
But it might be not so pleasant actually because knight c5 is coming next.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're in time. In case you're in time, yes, maybe you hold the draw, but you might be not in time, and then it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So white is pushing definitely, but maybe with white he should have done something more than that. I don't know. Maybe rook d1 not the best. I don't know. It's a rapid game, of course. Small mistakes are possible, but to knight takes e4 is strange because now probably it is a draw. Knight e8.
I think
wow.
black should hold it, right, with
Easily, I think.
normal play.
I think easily now. Just don't change the queens. And don't change
And
the
he
queens.
did,
And
or he did not.
let's see. So for the moment, both players are just waiting. White is pushing a little bit.
Oh, okay, that should be probably a draw already after
But also
perpetual,
white,
maybe?
also white to give this pawn, but all right, he gave, and
Perpetual? Ah, no, actually,
No
king,
perpetual.
hang on.
no perpetual, Georgi.
No perpetual.
Yeah, but still, white cannot improve the position too much, so should be a draw, but okay, pawn down already, yeah. Okay, Yu Yang Yi, outplaying, pressing water out of stone.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, again, the winning idea is to run with the king.
To bring the king.
Yes, yes. Okay, I think he's gonna find a way. He can move also for a long time.
Ah, he created a passer.
As
Okay,
actually,
that's a good one.
Narayanan got tired, played queen e6 and got a4. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. What to do? Now it's game over. Yeah. With a b pawn, zero chance to hold.
One, yes.
Yeah, the pawn is just running and that's it. They play a little bit, but the chances are zero.
Yeah. Should be one, yes.
Actually, queen d5, good move because he calculates the pawn endgame that white is in time with king f3, king g5.
Yes.
And all the black pawns are going to fall. Not yet. Now, why he doesn't take? He does not take.
Wait.
Queen g6, just take the pawn. Why not to take it?
Wait, is there anything like queen?
I don't think so.
No, I don't see it.
No, but how there can be anything when I can
Take
give
the
you always
pawns,
many
just-
checks? Yeah, impossible.
Let's just
So-
take the pawns.
Yeah, yeah, just take the pawns. Yeah, somehow he did not, and black is back. Black is back. Queen e4. Also, black does not protect the pawn on g6. I don't understand, Georgi, what is going on. Something
Well,
extremely strange is going on. It's like
Seconds already probably at this point. Otherwise, I don't have any justification.
I don't know what is going on. So they continue moving, and actually provoking pawn and game. Nice. So
Nice
they
one.
keep on moving, and okay, now it's a draw. Now just a draw, no? Because 3 versus 3. Okay, just play king c5 because queen takes. Maybe not a draw, but maybe a draw. If I get like queen f straight, can you win that? Maybe you can, yeah. Okay, maybe still not a draw, but good chances to make.
Okay, well, happened.
Okay, it happened, yeah. How he won? Queen g4? What?
No way.
He miscalculated.
Who is
He
playing queen
miscalculated
g4?
because he thought he
Thought
could
it was a
take.
draw.
He missed
He
g4.
can't. The pawn gets from.
He missed the move g4, yeah, because it's on the limit. Okay, now king to d5, g5. This is easily winning.
G5. Yes.
Because okay, you cannot wait at some moment, and actually, is it winning?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's
just-
winning because I can make the 3 angle. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So g5 is winning, and in case black is taking here, then we have h5, king to d5.
Not enough time to
h6.
bring it on e4.
Yeah.
Thought of he thought of
one
king
move, yeah.
e4, king e3. I think he wanted,
Yeah.
or he just missed it, but not enough time.
Not
Just
enough
one
time,
move
yeah.
short.
One
Yes.
move, yeah. Just imagine black would have enough time to play king e3, but there is no time. So after f4, king d5. Yeah, this is of course. That's it.
Send the king outflanks. Wow.
Just in
Quite
time.
nice win.
Also very nice. King e4. Yeah. That.
By the way, this is the only one, right? Only winning plan.
I don't know.
I don't think there is anything else.
Maybe,
Actually, as I know, when the h4 is covered and we cannot give a check,
Yeah.
even when the queen gets promoted. I think that's the only way. Otherwise, the queen can't do anything. Needs to get exchanged, and exactly in time, white has to grab the h5.
Seems
pawn.
like, yeah. Okay, very tragic loss actually, no, for Narayanan, because
Definitely.
so close to hold, and then you lose. Then we have Shankland against Vidit. Shankland lost the first game, was white. Actually, afterwards he recovered. We have Dean Bogdan from Romania, young player against Kartik from India. By the way, Kartik is only with 2.576 and crushing just one super GM after another. This time they made a draw in the first round. Then we have Nair against Sevian Samuel. Actually, what is interesting that Nair didn't play chess for a very long time, no, Georgi?
Yes, I haven't seen him for a while. I was surprised to see him there. I mean,
Yes.
I was more surprised to see someone like Leko, for example,
Okay.
actively coming back.
Okay.
But Nair definitely, for how long he hasn't played,
A
though,
very long time, yeah.
no doubt.
Yes.
A bit strange that I say, but okay. Well, I have a question. How did he also get? How do they qualify for World Cup? Like,
You have
what
the
do you
European
need to
Championship,
do?
plus you have qualifications that country gets some places and so on. So now it's a system which is extremely complicated and hard to understand, but mainly continental championships. So I think Nair qualified over the European Championship, because still I think back then Russian players played in the European, now they play in the Asian. So this is how he qualified, as I understand. Okay, in any case, he's doing very well to be in the third round already. First game he lost with white to Sevian, strong young American GM. Next is Sarana against Van Forest. It's going to be a very, very interesting match. Maybe few of you even watched the match live. Very spectacular match. Interesting games, and we remember that in classical chess, first game been won by Sarana, second game been won by Van Forest, and as well in Rapid, first game is won by Sarana with white. Georgi, do you want to take a look at this game?
Not as much, actually. I wanted to focus mostly on the big match, how they have played this Artemiev and
Okay.
MBL as the
MBL,
key
Artemov.
thing, actually. Yes.
Okay, but I think the next
Not the
games are
first
gonna
one.
be
Not
the
the
next
first
games
game.
are gonna be
Yes,
super
that's why
exciting.
I want to
Okay.
mostly focus on that stuff.
Yeah. All right. So then, just to know the results, then we have Yesipenko with white beating Idani as well. in classical chess. First Hidani won with white, Isipenko recovered, won with white. So 1-1 rapid chess. Now Isipenko wins once again with white, 1-0. Then we have Nguyen. Nguyen actually playing for Czech Republic. And we have Yakuboyev, the player from Uzbekistan. Nguyen, first game is losing with the white pieces. And Dubov Meyer, as we said in the
They
previous
played
stream,
long, yes.
Meyer is not a professional chess player, which is so weird. He has a normal job. So fantastic result for Nair to be already in the third of the World
Do
Cup.
you know actually, Arkady, what he does for a living? Like when you mentioned
Yes,
normal
yes, I
job,
know,
for
I know,
example.
Yes, I know. He
Okay,
works
yes.
for a big company. I think in Frankfurt.
Okay, I see.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
So Meyer against Dubov, they have one fantastic game, and actually all the other games are quite fast draws. So not very exciting, but we're gonna watch the fantastic game. So this game is a fast draw, not so interesting. So let's go to the second rapid game. Let's see. Then we have Glidura with white pieces against VE. He needed to win, managed to reach nothing, and it was a draw. Not so interesting. Maxim Vashilagraf against Artyomov. I think also not too exciting, the game. Also a draw. So they go for the next two rapid games. We have Erdogmus against Rapport. It was not a fun game to watch because Rapport got slightly worse out of opening, and with the white pieces he just needs to draw, and finally managed to hold after a million moves because he had to defend position bishop rook versus rook. But not a very exciting game to watch. Rapport still in the game, yeah. I told you, Georgi, Richard will go far.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
So,
indeed.
For the moment, still in the game.
I'm still rooting for Vincent, actually. From my top three, he's the only person remaining.
Okay. Then we have Narayanan in a must-win situation against UNE. All he managed to do is just a draw. Okay, not a bad result, but of course, in a knockout stage where you're in a must-win situation, it's not the best that you can do. He did not get real chances. Then we have Vidit and Shankland. Shankland was in a must-win situation now with the black pieces. And this is quite interesting because let us go just fast through the game. Shankland has to win with the black pieces. So d4, d6, e4, knight f6. We have Philidor.
I think it's the first time Sam plays this setup with black, though. Like he always is cheering for way more central variations, and
that's true. He's a very theoretical player, Shankland. So he plays now the Philidor. Obviously, white is just slightly better, very safe position. Black has to win. So the idea of Shankland is to outplay Vidit in a long game. And he manages actually. We have again the move g5. Yes, Georgi. This is a way to beat white. So you just push g5 and then let's see what happens next.
Hope for the best there. It started from Swanee, right?
It started before. It started before. Was Idani who played this crazy g5.
Idani did it, yes. Okay.
No, but actually, g5 is a horrible move, of course. On the other hand, you have to play for a win with black, so there is nothing better maybe to try. From practical point of view, good decision, objectively speaking, g5 is bad. You cannot do that.
But what to do? Occasion he was in,
Yeah.
And bishop e6, that's the key reason why he
g5
managed to get the victory.
Bishop e6, yeah, easy win. So for the moment, it's not looking like it's gonna be an easy win, to be honest. So let's see, a6, all right, knight a4. Actually, white is playing very solid game, yeah, Georgi? Very, very solid game. How white lost
that? Black managed to... Okay, knight d7 is a good start.
Yes, to change the knight was not bad, but still, to win this position is looking not so simple.
So like modern trend says that you just push the g5 or g4,
and then you outplay.
That's it. You absolutely outplay your opponent and done.
Yeah, No, but this
As simple as that.
rook takes g6, not sure. Also knight f1, not sure. Vidit with little time already, only 3 minutes 30 on the clock against 10 minutes of Shankland. Maybe panicked a little bit because now we have this great knight on e5, bad pawn on e4. So indeed, Shankland is outplaying Vidit. Step by step. Still, to win this is not a simple task. Yes, he missed it. He missed it, Georgi. He missed the pawn. He missed his bishop takes h3, and yes, this rook and game is looking maybe just lost, no?
Wow.
Because the pawns are rolling, so how you want to stop them? There is no way to stop.
Also, Vidit is very low on time.
Yes.
It affected on him big time.
Yeah. But okay, you have two passed pawns going through. Now he resigned or lost on time, but it did not matter any longer because the h1 queen is there. Unbelievable win by Shankland. Great fighting spirit. No doubt about that. Yeah, to play like that for a win. g5, let's go, and playing fast. Very practical play by Shankland to equalize. Then we have the next game between Dean Bogdan and the Indian player Kartik, who manages to win with the black pieces. And yeah, Kartik is in round 4. Georgi. Gukesh is out.
Wow.
But Kartik is in the round 4. So let's take a
Is
look.
Kartik the main person which below 2600 managed to qualify actually? Because I noticed that all the high-rated players are getting qualified consistently.
I don't know who is Kartik, Georgi. I never saw him before. Maybe you saw
Yes,
some
me
games of
neither.
him before the World Cup, but
No, me neither. Me neither. No.
I don't know. I don't know much about Kartik, so probably some.
I
young-
know a couple of Kartik which are grandmasters
Maybe you
actually,
can check
but
on
this one
FIDE.
I don't.
How old is he, Kartik?
Let me check real quick.
Yeah. So we have a very solid opening by white. Position is approximately equal and long game. g3, this is absolutely correct because bishop on f4 is going to take a nice position, and then we have knight e3, knight g2 as well. We have like queen's gambit reversed, more or less. Bishop f4.
He's 26
26, not
years
so
old.
young.
Yes,
He's
I
not young.
didn't expect that actually.
So
Yes.
maybe we see now the future winner of the World Cup, because if you're 26 years old and Georgi and me, we know most of the players. So Kartik
Yes,
seems to
that's-
play not so much, and now he's already in the round 4. Maybe we see
Quite
the
impressive.
future winner of the World Cup. Georgi, we should have taken Kartik to win the World Cup.
Kartik.
Yeah.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah.
Fair point.
I think his chances are not so bad. The level of play he shows and the results are proving that. So
Definitely.
Kartik is playing very strong. Rook e8, knight f4, bishop g4, knight d3. Okay, some positional chess. Also, Kartik is very strong in positional chess. h5, I think, great move. Very nice move. Knight
I like it
d2,
a lot.
bishop f5. So he's not even changing. He's playing for a win with black. Nice. Knight d6. Something extremely complicated is going on.
E6 as
E5.
well. Okay. E5 after h4. Oh,
What? How to play? Is it the first line of engine? Just for fun
Let's check
to
it.
check. E6 is second line, E5 is first, and after E6, H4, E5 is first. I don't know. Kartik is playing like an engine. Unbelievably strong player. But
I
how-
think better than the engine.
maybe even better.
In depth
No, but indeed,
30.
very impressive play by Kartik. Very, very strong. So this is not a level of 2-5-70 playing. He sacrifices a pawn, he doesn't care, because he's just gonna mate the white king in the future. Knight c4 as well, very strong. The knight cannot be taken, the pawn on b2 is hanging. It cannot be defended in a nice way, so bishop d4, he just goes back. Now he takes the pawn, goes back. Black is already much better. impressive play by Kartik. And bishop d7. All right. Bishop c6. Okay. By the way, Dean Bogdan with just a seconds on the clock. Position is too complex. Kartik still with 5 minutes on the clock. So king h2, b5. Take. Yeah. The position of white is not looking very promising. With so little time on the clock as well. Something is going to fall. And yes, game over, no, Georgi? Because the bishop cannot be taken. And
I think I have new MVP.
by the way, is it so easy to win that? Probably not, because the white king is so weak.
Of course, makes sense. So e6, e5. This is not a big deal.
Yeah.
You serious?
Just game over. Yeah. Just complete game over. So Kartik, with extremely impressive play, gets to the round number 4. I think Georgi Kartik is one of the favorites to win the World Cup now. If he can continue playing like that in rapid chess, I think he is
well,
extremely strong play by Black. But objectively speaking,
I
like, extremely
believe-
strong. Yeah.
now I regret actually for having someone like Kiri in the list.
Yes, you took the wrong guys. You took the wrong
Or
guys. Georgi.
Noderbeck I took. Definitely. I apologize though. This is
Yeah.
different level.
This is different level. Very strong play. Next we have Sevian against Nair. Nair is losing with Black, so this is not too exciting.
E6 and E5.
Excuse me?
E6 and E5.
Ah, the Kartik game. Yeah, this is impressive. Yeah, Kartik is very strong. Okay, so Nair against Sevian, not interesting. Sevian gets to the round number 4 of the World Cup. Next is Van Forest. Needs to hold a draw with the white pieces against Sarana, and he does not manage. So Sarana in a must-win situation with Black. Let's see what happens. We have Sicilian, Bishop e2. Not the most ambitious way to play, but all he needs is a draw. So we have a very solid position for both. Okay, I think Black is slightly better already, no? Georgi.
Yes, it looks like it.
It's like move
Looks
12
like
and
it.
already, yeah, white's position not so
the
nice. We have
prep didn't work out well, no doubt.
we have this monster knight on d4, and the knight is hunting the bishops. At first it was hunting the bishop e2, it went away to f1. Now the knight is hunting the bishop on g3. The bishop runs away to d7, to c7, but yeah, there is no escape for the bishop. Van Forest
Definitely.
goes crazy with the move g4, but this is completely crazy. No, but this is even more crazy than the last game g5 that we saw, no? Because
No, this G4 is.
What is that?
This looks like a cold-blooded mistake, though. Like,
this is looking
not,
horrible. And bishop h4 probably just wins
rook
the game.
F4.
He takes. It seems like he could have played knight e7, knight g6 with just
Six.
a winning position, even though not so easy, yeah, because you have some tricks and so on, but probably knight e7 would have won for Black.
Wow, that's actually,
Excuse
you
me.
know what I'm thinking about?
For anything.
So instead of a knight e7, by the way, did Sarano win the first game or he lost?
No, he lost. He's in a must-win
He
situation.
lost it. Ah, okay, I see. Because between this match, I really thought Sarana would go on the next. But opening theory, like, I'm a bit impressed how did they end up there.
No, but Van Forest just played
Reminds me
something
of one
random.
of my childhood memories, actually.
I think Van Forest just wanted to play something random and just got very bad. And now we have, I think, should be better for white, no? Something went very wrong for Sarana again. Ah, he missed queen f4. That queen takes f4, attacks the rooks. Now I understand what he missed. He completely
he probably
missed
thought
it.
that he's just
He's winning. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. He completely
yes.
missed that the rook is hanging. And suddenly, yeah, white is better. And black is in a must-win situation. So let's see how black wins. How to win that, Georgi?
I don't know yet, but
It's enough for white to hold it to a draw. How to win?
and he lost.
Yeah. Okay, they play. Ah, he blundered
Oh.
d4. What a
Just
mistake.
blundered the pawn, yes.
Wow.
Not only just the pawn, everything gets
Everything.
messed up after
No,
that.
but he just missed rook e3 check in one move and c takes d4. Wow.
Chess is really cruel sometimes.
Also, king f6, you're almost getting mated. Yeah?
Mated.
It's really bad luck for Van Forest to lose this game. Yeah, this is horrible. But okay, first he was doing very bad. So crazy game, Sarana back. Then we have Idani against Yesipenko. Yesipenko won the first rapid. Now Idani won with white. So Yesipenko Idani, white always wins for the current moment. We have Yakuboyev with 2-0 against Nguyen. Not very exciting game. And we have Mayer Dubov, who agreed to a draw on move 6. Georgi, what do you
Wait,
say?
is it allowed?
I think so, yeah. It's a rapid game, so you can offer a draw. What's the problem?
But okay, in rapid, yeah, it's a fair point. But wait a moment.
Dubov white.
Wait.
Offering
Mayer lost the first game, or
No, draw.
Draw. Ah,
So Dubov offering a draw with white straight out of opening to play 2 extra rapid games.
unbelievable. If they
what
would
is
be
the
moving
logic
to
behind
Blitz,
that?
I would say probably okay.
Yeah, but
Because if a person hasn't played for a long time and so on, Blitz is going to be really tough. And
more
Dubov
rapid
is
games.
relatively good in fast time control.
but we are not in blitz yet because there is 2 more rapid. So
Yeah, I don't understand that.
okay.
Along with many other things in this competition.
So let's continue because there are 4 pairings left now. You have your favorite
Oh,
pairing,
that was the
Artyomov
big one,
against
yes.
Maxima Shilagraf for the first 2 draws. These are the big guys. I think both of
Wait.
them could crush almost anybody.
Wait. The rating of Artemiev,
Yes,
what happened?
he lost a lot recently. Yeah. I don't know what happened to the classical rating of Artyomov. Not so long ago he was 2720. So yes, I don't know what happened to his rating.
Wow.
Yeah. So these are the 2 big guys because great players in rapid and blitz chess. But let's start first with a game of Dubov against Mayer. So the last game he made a draw in 6 moves, and now Dubov is white again. So 2 more rapid games to play, and now he plays an amazing game. But why to make a short draw in the last one? I don't know, Georgi.
I have no idea.
This is like, how to understand that? All right, this time he starts not with d4 but with e4. So we see again this bishop c4 line, Mayer takes on e4, now we have this tricky queen h5 line, knight d6, bishop b3, and Mayer makes a mistake on move 5. Knight c6 is not the precise way to equalize in this position. Georgi, how do you equalize here with black?
Well, I actually do go with a knight d6 ideas.
Are you going knight
specifically.
c6?
That's why
I think it's
no,
not the
knight
most-
d6. Wait, bishop b3. Hang on. I recall it how it was.
Okay, but I think knight d6, no? Because there is a problem on f7. So
No, actually, there. No, knight d6 is correct, but on bishop b3, I'm trying to figure out how it was.
I'm sure you
No,
got
bishop
it.
e7. Bishop e7. Yes. Bishop e7 and castle.
Yes.
Yes.
Bishop
That's the
e7
setup.
is correct, yeah. And after bishop e7, probably the position is approximately equal. It's playable, but it's quite equal because it's difficult for white to prove anything. Black is castling next. Everything is symmetrical. Everything is solid. I don't know. I think in classical chess, Dubov would not do that, but in a rapid game, everything is possible. Meyer plays a not precise knight c6 and gets this knight b5. And actually, it's so funny because after knight b5, it's very difficult to defend the pawn on f7. It's incredible, no?
Come on.
But how to defend
you
the pawn on
can't touch the
f7?
knight. Queen can't come up.
If queen moves somewhere, there is knight takes c7. So after knight to b5, what do? Pawn on
I think
f7 is
Dubov
hanging.
knew it.
No, but of course he knew. But
That when he ended up, no, I'm saying when he ended up in the previous game in Queen's Gambit declined, he said it was just a big mistake. There was no point to fight there anymore, and then he shifted to e4.
Maybe, Georgi, but how to see the future? This is the
If you're
question.
playing against Peter Leko, I understand it. But come on, like just keep going, right?
Yeah. So
Maybe
G6.
against Leko, it's a correct decision because you are saving time.
But okay, against Liko, I think with black you can make a fast draw, but with white you should push because to win against Liko with black is almost impossible. That's why you push with white. Okay, queen f3, still same problem remains. Knight f5, queen d5. Always this problem with the pawn on f7, knight h6, and actually it's funny that after knight h6, Dubov plays d4. Also, he does this move within a minute, and almost a winning move in this position is the move d3. So it's much better to have the pawn on d3. The idea is that will have the same position like in the game, but d4 is just badly placed. After d3, I think there is no good way for black to even fight. The idea is that d6, I take, you go bishop e6. Sorry, bishop, what is this? How to get bishop to e6? My mouse is not working well.
My move, bishop e6.
Queen f3. Again, I don't know. Lichess doesn't allow me to move.
Maybe
the
refresh,
piece.
perhaps.
Yeah, just a second. I
Just
tried the last
refreshing.
time, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. No.
Oh, all good.
Yeah. The idea is no, again not.
Wow.
I cannot
Usually,
move. I
I'll
cannot move.
tell you how it happens. You have the cable mouse, or you're using the Wi-Fi?
Cable.
Bluetooth mouse.
Cable.
Cable mouse, okay. Cable mouse usually doesn't have that issue.
So the idea is that we take on e6 and queen h3.
Okay.
So this is, I think, the idea of white. Maybe there is something else, but yes, after bishop e6 as well, we can try bishop g5. Also very interesting, no?
I'm not aware of these lines at all, actually. Looks very tricky.
Take, because black cannot take here. So black has to take on g2 probably. But okay, it doesn't look so good for black, no? I think maybe I can catch it somehow. Bishop f6 also possible. Yeah, I think it's just bad for black. We have to be precise with white, but it should be very bad. We have d4, and now we have the same story. But the problem is that black takes now on b3, bishop takes, and bishop c4 it works. With the pawn on d3, it does not. And actually, black is perfectly fine after the move bishop c4.
This is Kartik level, in my opinion.
So bishop g7, Dubov is fighting. Meyer does the best move, bishop b5. Very impressive play by George. He sacrifices the rook, but for white, it's not so good to take the rook. What do you say about that, Georgi?
I'm very impressed by that, by the way, that it's not so good, and I'm trying to process the data at the moment in my head.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, the reason is that there is knight d4, I assume.
Yes.
And
Probably
wait a moment,
queen
we're
c3
doing,
is
let's say,
worse.
and queen gets
Or queen
developed,
d1.
I guess.
I don't know. What do you
D1
want?
probably better.
d1?
D1,
Okay.
yes.
And probably I have to play like
And
queen
g5.
g5, yeah. And then queen f5, long castle. I have already 2 pawns.
Yes.
So maybe
Well,
black is doing better.
in rapid, especially if you don't know this position, not taking it. We need Kartik for that.
So DE, the best move for Dubov, and we have rook g8, bishop f6, knight takes e5, bishop takes e5. So I think Dubov was not sure how to evaluate the position after queen takes b7, because black has this double rook sacrifice and then trying to attack the king, plus we have the bishop c6 with a draw. So Dubov thought that, all right, I'm gonna take queen e7. The question is, what Dubov would do after bishop c6? Because
I think...
literally, what do you do? In case queen goes away, I'm gonna take, and king f8 or queen e7, black is just much better. So maybe he thought bishop f6, but after bishop to f6, I have as well multiple ways of playing. But let's say I take, you take, I take. But how can this be worse for black? This is impossible. I think it's close to winning for black, no?
The bishop can get out right easily.
No, but I'm gonna
Let's say if I go
in
for...
worst case, even if I take, it's gonna be fine. But of course
many
it's
pawns. Yeah, there are many
also
pawns.
g5, g4, so it's very difficult to catch. The bishop takes a long time and too many pawns. So I have no idea what Dubov would do after bishop c6.
Yeah, well,
I think
good question.
Meyer lost the match with the next move. It is queen e7. Okay, still, it's looking nice for black. Maybe Meyer saw that he's actually completely winning with the black pieces. Knight f3, f6. Okay, solid move, because in case you take on f3, they should be equal. Black is pawn up, but white can a little bit make pressure on the king on the 8 until you get king f8, king g7. I'm gonna do something, so this should be equal. He plays f6, Dubov goes rook e1, and Meyer plays brutally for a win with the move king f8. So he still does not take the knight on f3. Meyer doesn't want to draw, and after king f8 he gets this knight e5. Great move by Dubov. And after knight to e5,
Yes.
very hard to play for black. Take, take. Queen f6. On the other hand, where do you go with the queen? Because there is no more options like queen f7. I'm just give you a check and rook e7, yeah. So
And queen f6 loses because of
queen
rook
f6
e8?
is looking like a nice move, but rook e8, and that's it.
So king g7, rook
Queen
e7.
c4.
Oh,
Beautiful.
come on. Yeah, he missed queen c4 check.
Yes, yes. He missed queen
Wow.
c4. Yeah, that after king g7 we take with a queen on g8, and in case of take, we take queen f8.
Will we check?
Check.
Yes, and then bring queen e6, rook d1. Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. So, a little bit lucky for Dubov, to be honest, no?
Yes, indeed.
Because he missed with this d3, d4. On the other hand, if he would have played to d3, I think that's it for George. But
the game wouldn't have lasted long there.
no.
After
But he
d3,
missed
I
it.
don't
He played the move
believe
d4,
it.
and George Meyer got at least good chances. At least, because I think black would have been doing much better after bishop c6. And then black missed this beautiful knight takes e5, but knight takes e5, of course, very spectacular. Cool move. I mean, knight takes e5,
Yes.
very, very nice. He
But
missed.
most impressive was like the whole sequence of the moves, how everything was hanging, no one
Yeah.
was paying attention to it, and so on. Like,
Yeah, huge game.
and let's not forget the fact that it is 10 minutes game at this point, right?
Yes. 10 minutes
Even
plus
faster, rapid,
3 seconds.
so-
Yeah. No, very high level game actually, but a bit pity to see black losing like that. Yeah, because black
Definitely.
should not have lost at any moment. Just take the knight on f3, and you're not going to lose this position. So black played for a win already, and got this knight takes e5 and lost the game. The other pairings ended up in a draw. So let's take what happened in the game number 2 of Rapid. So we are in the game number 2 of Rapid, and we have Maxim Vachilegraf still making draws with Artyomov. We have Shankland winning against Vidit once again with the black pieces. So we will have to check this game because twice Shankland wins with black and eliminates Vidit. So Vidit is out. Shankland is in round number 4. Let's see how this could happen. Again, we have the same opening. Let's see if we have again the move g5 being played. But this is strange, Georgi, no? That we have the same opening where Shankland doesn't need to win now.
Exactly.
Way to play.
Well, but why is he not confident in one of the main lines? I'm not sure. Or maybe he noticed that Vidit doesn't play these setups very well.
I don't know. I think Vidit plays quite well. Last time he got a almost, I think, +1 position. Now he's doing also slightly better. So Vidit seems to be well prepared. And currently we have slightly better position for white. Not so much. So both players are playing a solid game. Now it looks like white is doing already quite some better, no, Georgi? I mean, it looks already...
I think it's his style,
ugly.
actually. You know, he just needs to get the worst position, pull off a g5 card at some point, and life is beautiful after that.
I don't know, Georgi.
I mean, definitely both of the games were extremely unsuccessful, though.
Yeah, but
in the opening.
I don't know if you can get much worse against Vidit and beat him each time you have much worse. This is an interesting theory, but I'm not so sure that actually it works. But in case of Sam Shankland, yes, it did work. But in general,
and
not
it's such
so sure.
an odd thing, Sam playing this kind of setups as well. That's what kind of surprises me a lot too. Like he is the main advocate of going for the main continuations, and he plays some. When did we see Philidor anywhere else?
Maybe, but I can't remember. No, I think in classical chess, no.
No, yes.
Not so much.
Okay.
So we have an interesting position: 2 knights versus 2 bishops. Actually, white is playing for a win, obviously, because we see the move g4. In case white wants to draw, we can just take. So we have now 2 strong knights versus 2 bishops, which are not so good. So, Georgi, what is better? To have pair of strong knights or pair of bishops which are not perfect yet?
Well, I am more biased on that. 2 bishops are 2 bishops. That's what I call it always.
So 2 bishops you
And
would...
yes, actually. I've seen some magical stuff with the bishops that I kind of lean towards them almost all the time.
All right, so...
Unless it's so obvious that one of the side has a better position. And this, I don't think so. It looks both sides can fight.
It's not obvious at all currently, but I think that objectively speaking, to lose this position with white is not so easy. Because we can go knight f5 and just take one of the bishops in case white wants to make a draw. As well, we can go like knight to c5, so the knights can go left and right. I believe, okay, to lose this with white, I don't think so, no. Objectively speaking, no. But he misses the move f5. Wow.
No, okay, come on. Here, 2 bishops, better.
Okay, after f5.
After f5,
yes.
No questions.
Yes. Now the bishop pair is going to be very strong.
Start to wake up now. The bishops will wake up.
And again, Vidit with very little time on the clock. Shankland with much more time. Shankland gave up on one of the bishops, but he's hoping to get all the white pawns. So knight e2.
He doesn't go on one, he goes all of it.
Yes, one is not enough. c4, but is it a win? Is it a win? Seems like...
At least he doesn't mind a win anymore, right? He just wants to make a draw, it's enough.
Why?
Right, he won the first one, if I'm not mistaken, with this g5 stuff?
No. The first game was a draw.
Ah, yes, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
It was on another one.
So now probably it's again equal, and maybe Vidit is now playing for a win. or I don't know who's playing for a win. King to d4. Okay. Ah, he missed bishop e1. Wow.
The king goes on c7 and the pawn is lost.
Yeah. The
Wait,
pawn is
not the
falling.
penguin. Oh no, the knight is stuck. Bishop g3 will be there.
Bishop g3. Yeah, this is of course
Even
even
better.
better.
Wow.
This is even better because of course king c7 is possible, but he could have gone knight to d6 instantly. But I guess it is a winning position, not Georgi, because bishop is just too strong.
Yes,
You go knight f5, I go bishop
Let's
d4,
defend it
defend
just, yes.
the pawn on h6. To save this position is going to be very, very difficult.
Indeed.
I mean, what a win by Shankland. I think nerves, no? I can only explain that with nerves because usually Virit is not doing such errors. Little time, of course, but yeah. Tough. Very, very tough loss for Virit. Especially that the World Cup is in India. So he has a lot of fans in India. To lose like that, very unpleasant. And we have Yesipenko scoring a full point against Idani. So Idani is out and Yesipenko is as well. What is that? Georgi. So the bishop d7 is taking like a wrong spot. It's like you give a tempo, yeah? You just give a tempo to your
bishop
opponent.
looks amazing there, and to play d3, a3.
I don't know. I would prefer to have the bishop on d7 than on c8. No, it looks like a free tempo.
Same.
It looks just like a free tempo. All right, so black is having, of course, an excellent position. Just excellent, maybe slightly better for black. And e5, I'm not sure. It's a normal move, but I think black could play more ambitious with moves like b5 just to punish white for this nonsense. So we have the move e5, b5, okay, b4. I don't know if you need to play b4 instantly. We can do the favorite move of Georgi first, bishop e6 for example.
Absolutely.
I think I never had even close to this kind of positions in Italian or Spanish, because usually you have the same position with like 5 tempos down for black.
Exactly. So I'm a bit impressed by white's choice. Okay, maybe for rapid he kind of doesn't mind it.
Maybe, no. So after knight to d5, black has usually an interesting choice in this position is to go b straight, to sacrifice a pawn like that. Maybe now it's not the best, but as well here, I think it's an interesting decision to play b3. So this pawn sacrifice, where to take, f6 or e7? Let's say, Georgi, where you want to take, f6 or e7?
f6 probably.
Okay, knight take back.
Lean more towards
but do you take now with a bishop or with a pawn?
That's a good question. Bishop probably still better.
Okay, because if you take
knight takes,
usually we see more often to take with a pawn, but with bishop is also possible. But then the problem is that we take, I play bishop e6 and I go rook b8.
I was hoping knight to put on c4.
Yes, you are putting the knight to c4, but the thing is that it doesn't make your position better, because this pressure remains. And it's very difficult for white to achieve something because you have no play.
Kind of bishop d2, b4 I wanted, or is it too much what I'm asking?
No, but even if you get b4, even then it's going to be just equal. I have also d5 pushed, yes. So it's just too much to... Black has too many ways to play for equality that the position is usually equal. So b3 as well deserves attention in this kind of structures. I think an interesting move to make. Idani plays the solid ba. Now still position is equal. We have the move bishop s6 on the board. All is pretty normal. Now we have this unpleasant pin situation. Yeah, this would be of course better to avoid for black, but okay, not decisive at the moment. Queen e6, all right, and rook to b2. So black has to be now careful with knight e3. Knight e3 is coming. So the question is g5 or no g5, Georgi?
Oh, you know my answer.
Let's push it. Okay, so black is playing rook b8 at the moment, queen a4, rook b6, and knight is coming. Yeah.
That's why black lost, actually.
No
They
G5.
never pushed g5.
Yeah, no g5.
When makes perfect sense.
Yes.
No g5, you lose the game.
Yeah, black should
Simple
have
as that,
pushed
actually.
g5 and play rook b8.
It's okay, f5 outpost something, no one cares. Like, as long as
Okay,
the bishop is badly placed.
I have
Yes,
knight
actually,
f7.
at this point, I really do like g5. Like, unlike the other situations, I think now it should be played.
Yeah, it looks now to be solid. So somehow Idani got tricked in quite a nice position. Now he even takes with a pawn because he was afraid to take with a queen because of knight e3, knight d5 coming. Here we have double attack. So yeah, he takes with a pawn, and then we have knight to d2 and knight e7, knight c4, rook b7, knight e3. What is this? Georgi. He could go knight e3 instantly, no?
I have many questions.
No, but
actually.
Yesipenko just likes to give a free tempo. Bishop b5, bishop c4 in the opening. Now, just instead of going knight e3 in one move.
Wait, d2 controls something. Maybe queen b3 he didn't want to allow, perhaps.
Maybe queen to b3, but...
That's the only logical way, probably, to
but
say it.
Is it so dangerous? Because actually...
Wait, queen c4.
Yes,
right?
queen c4 is looking solid, but maybe he
Yeah,
thought
that
that this
looks-
is just equal, but looks better for white, no?
Is it? I don't think so, actually. Yes, I think we can press. Or white.
Yes, I go a4 next. d6 is hanging.
go.
I get the king
Yeah,
slowly to c2.
Maybe he realized that on e3 it was better right after playing knight d2. You know, he just played it, and after that realized. it.
Maybe,
Because at this point,
Maybe he
Too
didn't
many
want to change
questions.
the queens, because now in case of queen to b3 he has this check on e8. Maybe this was his idea. I don't know. Hard to say, but white is still doing obviously better. Actually, very interesting. Queen a4, queen h5, yeah. So left and
Yes.
right, rook f1. He wants to push f4 next. Rook b8 and f4. Yeah. So Yesipenko is outplaying Idani. And h5. Yeah, situation of Idani is looking hopeless. Yeah, there is nothing he can do about it. He is losing the game. Yeah, rook h8 is mate. Okay, a nice game by Yesipenko. All in all, I mean, very clean win. But Idani missed a lot of chances to equalize, no, Georgi?
definitely. And I'm really surprised that he didn't use any of it, actually, at all, whatsoever.
He missed a lot of chances, but objectively speaking, he got outplayed, yeah. So
Yes.
white played a better game and white won. So
His
That's
issue
it, yeah.
is that he hasn't checked our streams. That he could see that g5 is mandatory every single time, and we are recommending from now on.
once
And that's
you,
it. You get punished immediately, actually. That's how it works.
Once you can play the move g5, you just do it, yeah. So as simple as that. All right.
No questions asked.
So now, blitz games between two great blitz players, Maxim Vashilograf against Artyomov. Draw in all the games before, and we are in the blitz tiebreak. First game, Maxim Vashilograf against Artyomov. The French player is white. Artyomov is black. Both of them extremely good in blitz. So we have e4, e5. We have the Spanish. And this is long blitz, yeah? So this is 5 minutes plus
Yes.
2 seconds or
3,
3
I
seconds?
think.
Plus 3. So 5 minutes plus 3, we have this bishop takes c6, we know this already, and rook e1 instead of d3. We know that after d3, knight d7 and a5. Yeah.
A5, yes.
and
It is.
A5.
Wait, whose style it was? Wait, don't tell me. I'll try to recall it. It was one of the Russian grandmaster. B6, Queen D7. Ideas
Yeah.
I remember. Who was the author of it?
Uh,
God, if you
I
remember.
don't remember. I don't
Was
remember
the
the name.
person actually? Yeah, but it was impressive
Yes,
ideas.
this is a guy who lost the match with a piece up, so against
Yes, yes,
Pragnananda.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
yes. It's quite sad.
yes,
Yes,
very
for
sad.
him.
Completely winning match and then against Pragnananda. So rook e1 this time by Maxim Vasilegraf. Knight d7. He plays your idea d4, and still
And
gets
queen takes
queen takes. Yeah,
this time. Yes.
yeah, normal. Yeah. And knight c5 is powerful. So take. I never understood how to get better in these endgames with white because I don't understand the idea of getting better with white. I understand that we need to change this bishop against this one, and maybe then we are slightly better, like very, very little. But without changing bishop f4 against d8, how to get better? Georgi, do you have some plan?
Uh, at this point, I don't think so. I feel quite comfortable even facing this with black because isn't it kind of improved version of Berlin?
Okay, it's not
In a
exactly,
way,
but
let's say I don't say the king is not that badly placed. F5 ideas are in the air to
yes,
bring the
f5
bishop
is
into
usually
the
very
X.
strong. Yeah.
Okay, of course, the key problem is the bishop standing on d8 quite passively for now, because there is no other shot. But I would take black here. I think black is doing fine compared to whatever I'm playing in Berlin. No problem. Looks good.
Okay, I also think no problem, but that black is better. Of course not. I think position is just equal. Yeah. So we must stay a little bit objective in the sense to say that how to win with black, Georgi. If I just want to
Yes.
make a draw with white, I don't think you will be able to push.
I think it's a common problem, you know, like with the black pieces. Just
Okay.
we just should be happy whatever we get and move on.
Okay,
That's it.
we have Artyomov with a strong move f5. This is a typical idea, actually a nice idea. Bishop e5 played by Maxim. I don't know if he had a choice of playing bishop g5. Maybe it doesn't work. But maybe if it works, it's not so bad usually to change the bishop. Yes, it is probably still okay for black, but I don't believe that bishop e5 can bring advantage because now bishop f5 in position, in my opinion, is just completely equal. So bishop,
Yes, indeed.
so rook c4,
good.
bishop f6, because now the rook is very badly placed, just protecting the pawn on c2, rook e1, take, rook d8, knight f3. Okay, it's like maybe very, very little better for white, but probably just a draw. Bishop h5, knight g5. Okay, both players playing very solid moves. I think white is
Look at
trying to push a
Artemyev's
little bit.
time. Look at Black's
just
time.
6
Like
seconds,
every
yeah.
single moment. By the way, I've seen I was watching the video footage
Okay,
of the games, and too many times he pressed on 1 second. Like
unbelievable.
too many times.
Really, yeah?
Minimum 10 times he pressed on 1 second.
Wow. Yeah. He feels the seconds.
The-
Yeah, very strong. Artyomov
Wow.
is super strong in blitz, but as well Maxim, yeah, is very, very good. So, okay, now we have this rook endgame. Should be a draw. Maybe white is theoretically a little bit better because of the structure. On the other hand, the rook is just so active. So it
But
should be a
black
draw.
winning is a bit surprising.
Yeah, black winning
actually.
is very surprising. Yeah, it should end into a draw. C3, rook a1. As you can see,
I
the
feel
black
some
rook is
weird
very active.
pawn ending they moved probably, and
Let's see.
some pawn breakthrough.
Interesting. Artyomov plays for a win. C4. So he doesn't.
I think
want to
he
draw.
kind of wants to move the pawn forward and then take it.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to draw. I think he already would prefer to fight, but both want to
White.
fight. White also
Both
wants
want
to
to
fight.
fight.
All right. This is what I call a real fight. King g6. So Maxim is going. He is playing for a win with white. He goes into craziness instead of making a draw. And rook c1. Maybe not the best, but okay.
G5, pawn promotes after rook c1.
Rook f6, mistake by white, so g5. Are you sure you promoted?
No, that's actually a bit surprising. If pawn takes
The idea is
h6,
that rook g1, you go f4, or what is the idea? No,
I
f4
can
not.
even go for g6, I think, because the c pawn will not go that far, right? Not ready yet. King d8 is a nice one.
Rook f5, yeah, you have and rook c5.
F5,
But
rook
okay, I don't know.
c5.
Okay, very complicated, Georgi. This is very complicated. Maybe you have like king takes h6 and you're just faster, but not obvious.
I guess actually king h6 is a good move.
Yeah,
c3, rook f5, c2, rook c5. Yes, I will be in time.
yeah, but I have another pawn coming, but you're probably faster. But
A5, yes,
but okay,
h
Georgi, it's
pawn
not
needs
easy
to
to
be
see
calculated.
with little
Yes.
time on the clock. I mean, g5 feels like the right choice. Yeah, I agree. It feels like it should be g5, but
Compared
it's not
to
easy.
rook f6.
But
yeah,
rook
compared
f6,
to
he
rook
just
f6,
missed king d7, I think, because he thought he's gonna win the pawn, and then he's in time. He wants to eat all the pawns. So
I see.
okay, with little time on the clock, you never know, yeah, how to.
Yeah, that's true.
You
That's
put your and here you
Changes
see,
everything.
Here you see that Maxim been thinking for over 10 seconds from 30 seconds, so he felt or g5 or rook f6, and he took eventually the wrong choice. Now the c pawn, he misses king d7, this for sure, but Artyomov unbelievably strong, yeah, on seconds to play so well just on seconds. Incredible.
He's playing. You know what I noticed during the games as well? This man has enough time to lean forward, make a move, press it on 1 second, lean backwards, chill, relax, touch the pieces next to the chess clock, like kind of adjustment or something.
Okay.
Then when you make a move, he has time to come back, make a move, and do this routine every single time.
Wow. Impressive routine. This time his routine gives him a full point. So after king c6, no way to stop c1 queen. Yeah,
Oh, that's a good
Maxim
one.
wanted to win the game, and he was close. He was very close with white pieces to win the game, and finally he lost. So tough loss, but he came back in the next game. So this game, of course, very tough loss for Maxim. Let's see the next one. And then we have Artyomov white against Maxim Vashilograf. Artyomov needs just a draw. So white plays for a draw, black has to win. Solid opening, not much is going on. Interesting that bishop e7, so Maxim is not taking cd, which would equalize, but change too many pieces. So bishop e7, still very, very solid position for both. d5, very normal play. And we see knight takes d4, so again, white is happy to change a lot of pieces. Draw is a fine result. Georgi, how to win this position with black?
I have absolutely no clue when white can make a draw after c takes d5,
Yeah.
especially. Where is Liko actually? Like, he
Yeah,
would
so it's like
sign it already.
approximately equal, but very hard to win this with black because we have isolated pawns, so to win is difficult. Let's see how Maxim is doing that. So slowly
I feel like some terrible blunder was
something
somewhere.
for the moment not much is going on. Yeah, so knight e4, knight takes, and what do we have? He missed. What is this? Bishop takes f6. He thought he can take on e7, this is sure. Take, bishop takes f6, but he missed something. Rook c7.
c7, knight d3.
Why not bishop b2? Bishop a3.
I'm worried about this rook c2, b5.
b5, and you're gonna crush me, yeah? Yes, that's
Knight,
true. So nice
not
line, by the
enough
way, yeah,
time
that there is
probably.
b5. Very beautiful line. Rook c2,
To b5.
b5. impossible to stop the move
If
before.
knight d3, if knight d3, there is this b4 or even rook a2.
Yeah, this is lost. So after rook
And
c7,
wait, knight d3 does not work?
I don't know, but too many moves now because I go rook so c2 and
there is, I think rook d7 is the key
bishop
problem.
d4. It doesn't work there.
Bishop d4 is there, yeah.
You can't. But here after rook to c2, I think it's a problem, yeah, because how to how to save the pawn on a2? We have this eventually rook d2 coming, so knight e1. Of course, it's nice to have, but how to save the pawn?
Rooks take, even rook c1, I think might even win after knight e1 at some point, and then
Bishop
bring the
d8.
king eventually. Bishop
Okay.
d8 is there. No, not enough.
I don't know if this wins, but the problem is rook a2, yeah? So how to save the pawn? In case you can save the pawn with white, it should be fine, but how to save the pawn? Let's say we play something like a4. Is it possible to win this with black, or to try even to play for a win with black? So let's say I go like rook d2, you go knight e1, I go here just to
bishop
defend
d4.
from bishop d4, yeah.
But there is d4, yes.
That's it, no? I have to play like b5 and you will play bishop b6 probably, because in case you take, I have rook b1, so at least still, of course, impossible to lose with white, but even bishop b6 is gonna for
bishop
sure
b6 is cleaner, yes.
So why he does not take
Wait, what
e7?
did he miss?
No, but he takes f6. I don't understand that. Why he wanted to take e7 and then he took a different decision to take on f6. So
there must be a concrete reason. I don't believe otherwise.
Probably we're missing something, but rook c7 is forced, yeah? Because what else? There is nothing else. So rook c7 is forced. Now we have knight to d3. So bishop d4 is next, so king e1 is next. Rook c2 is forced. a4, no? Okay, so next move is knight e1. And that's it.
I don't know actually what exactly. Maybe because we go process of elimination at this point, Arkady.
No, I don't think
like there is no other.
I don't think there is something, Georgi.
Because okay, so rook e7, bishop f6. It is a must to go rook c7. Otherwise, I'm just gonna bring my king.
And we go knight
I'll
to
play
d3.
knight d3.
Yes.
You can't let me bring my king.
Yes.
So rook c2 is a must.
And a4.
And we go a4.
So Artyomov missed a win in the
sure.
match, yeah, because draw is enough for him. And after bishop takes f6, this is very tricky. This is getting very, very tricky. Of course, still no reason to lose with white, but this is very tricky. And again, Artyomov has just 5 seconds. He always plays on the last second. b4 and rook a8 is coming.
Yeah, that's not easy anymore.
I don't know what is going on exactly, but it's a huge fight. Rook somehow managed to get to e2. Now just as
that
simple.
looks bad already.
Now just as simple, yeah. And that's it.
Finished.
But actually, can you change the rooks? Is it not enough to win the game? Just change and play g5. Okay.
Why not?
He plays king f6. Okay, probably.
But this f pawn is really a crusher there.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Black should be easily winning. It doesn't matter what you do.
At some point, push h4. Yes, he did it.
Yes. Still, he made
c2.
it much
c2
more.
was a nice one.
Yeah, rook c2. Yeah. Still, he made it much more difficult, no, Maxim, than.
Yes, but okay, well,
finally he
the
wins,
seconds, whatever they saw first, they went for it pretty much, and that's it.
Yeah. So Maxim equalizes with the black pieces. Let's continue. Again, 2 blitz games. This time we have 3 + 2, and Artyomov starts with white, and again he wins with the white pieces. So very, very strong psychologically as well. So we have this theoretical line. This line is like very, very little better for white. Basically, it's more or less equal. Maxim played it, I think, these positions many times. But this time, Artyomov, bishop c3. Why bishop c3, Georgi? What do you think?
I have no clue.
Why to give the bishop? Little strange. And we have this opposite color bishop endgame, which might be a draw, but so unpleasant to defend, especially with little time. Even though...
Actually, was it really the only shot for white, though?
No,
By
no,
the way, I'm
not
not that
only.
big fan of trading. Maybe some a3, b4. Like,
Yeah, of course you can. Of course you
it
can.
looks more tempting.
But on the other hand, why not to win a pawn? Because pawn is a pawn, and computer always says it's equal, but actually over the board it's by far not easy. So this position, for example, is super hard to defend for black.
Yes, yes. No doubt.
So practically, maybe Artyomov took a good decision. Artyomov, as usual, playing just with a couple of seconds on the clock. And ooh, the black king is cut it, so this is bad. This is starting to look very bad.
Okay, well, he took all pawns, literally.
He took all pawns, indeed. h5 is falling. Oh, he destroys Maxim, yeah? He
Takes
just
everything.
destroys MVL. Unbelievable, because Maxim is so good in defending and playing blitz chess.
Even
Yeah.
takes, okay. Like,
Zero chance.
Vanished.
Zero chance for
Wow.
Maxim to save the game, yeah. So now Maxim has to win.
come back.
Yeah. Now he is in a must-win situation with the white pieces, and he manages. So white wins the current game, h6, okay. Bishop e7. This is a bit strange because usually we see h6 in combination with the move bishop c5, of course, yeah.
Yes, yes,
G5
exactly.
or G6, but not bishop E7. All right, maybe it doesn't matter so much when you play a 3 minutes blitz game. D6, all is pretty normal, and Georgi would say
This is
very
bishop e6
easy
is a
to
must,
equalize with the move
obviously.
bishop E6. Yeah,
But actually, this variation exactly were played too many times between Hans Niemann and Dubov of
Yes,
this
yes,
Blitz
yes.
match.
yeah.
Exactly that setup. So probably Artemiev and Dubov was the one which was playing this. Perhaps they have analyzed this stuff together
No,
as
for
well. I
sure.
wouldn't be surprised.
For sure they did. I don't know if they did analyze that, but for sure that Artyomov knows it. This is out of question.
Yes.
So we have very, very normal position, which is close to being equal. And yeah, black is changing everything and is pushing f5. So maybe black is better already, yeah? Because there is f4 coming. And what to do for white?
It's very nice.
White needs to win, but again, yeah, white needs to win.
Mhm.
Otherwise, Maxim will have to go back to France. So d4, bishop g4. Excellent game by Artyomov, no? He manages to outplay
Wow.
Maxim once again. Bishop d5 to
Almost
avoid bishop
Kartik
f3.
level, actually.
Very high level, yeah, very, very high level game. Take. White won? When black just needs
Yes,
to draw?
yes. Actually, in the rook ending, you will see it. I was shocked to see that. Because Artemiev, in this game specifically, played too many times on a second. I was watching live.
All right.
Look at it.
Yeah,
You
2 minutes
get
versus,
there to this stage.
Yeah, 2 minutes versus
Just
10
seconds.
seconds. Yeah. So, but of course, black is doing maybe slightly better, but to lose this rook end game, very tough when you just need to draw. All you need to is just to draw.
Please have a look at the times.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah, 4 seconds. Yeah, he plays just on a
look,
second.
look at that. Just unbelievable. Too many times.
He plays just on a second. Yeah. But how he lost this?
Yeah, he played. I think he missed that there was this rook b3. You know why? I'll tell you. When I was watching the video, I'll tell you. When he played a3, sorry, after a3 rook b6,
Yeah.
rook e1, he took the queen in his hand.
Oh, wow. He wanted to
Yes.
queen.
Yes, he thought that, okay, rook b1, I'm
He's
gonna
winning.
take it and all this. Yes, actually, he reached out to the queen. I was looking at it exactly on the video, and after rook b3, he put it back.
Yeah, but the queen is like impossible. No, it's like doesn't matter what I do.
Just in case he wanted to have it in his nearby.
Psychological pressure by
he
Artyomov.
found. I'll tell you, the queen was just one of the piece captured, which was just hanging on the other side of the board. He took it and put it in front of him, just for his opponent to see, probably.
Wow.
And the king found an escape. And,
Yes.
G7 is too weak.
Yes, the
along
problem
with
is d5
d5.
is going to fall, yeah. But what a loss by Artyomov now. He deserved to win this match, I think, objectively speaking, yeah, because
Definitely.
to lose this position was black. Excellent game also before, yeah. Very high level game by Artyomov. Yeah, losing the rook and game. Very, very pity for Artyomov because really good play. Really very high level play. So we have one last sudden death to watch here. Yes. So, game number 11 between Maxim Vachilegraf and Artyomov. It is a sudden death. White is Maxim Vachilegraf and black is Artyomov Vladislav. White needs to win. Black gets to the round number 4 of World Cup with just a draw. Can you imagine, Georgi, how the nerves are shaking?
Yes.
It's like
yes.
at this
By the
moment,
way, I have a question on bidding system on the sudden death.
Okay.
Like, how does it work?
No idea.
White has, look at the starting time. White has 4 minutes
Yeah.
versus 2:40.
Yeah.
And
2
they
seconds
do
per
some,
move, I think they get.
yes, they also do some bidding as well on the time. But I didn't quite understand that. Like, whoever gets the lowest place with the black, or like how is the system? I didn't quite grasp it. Because
know, Georgi,
in the
because
past on sudden
yeah.
death, I know that if you write something, this is if you had, let's say, a lower number compared to your opponent, you'll be playing with the black pieces and you will have exactly that time what you wrote. And your opponent
I
would
never
play
wrote
with white
anything,
and so
Georgi.
on.
No. Usually it
Me
was
neither.
always that, first of all, there been no 2 seconds per move. So usually it was 6 versus 5 or 5 versus 4.
5 versus 4 is the one which I've seen a lot.
And
yes.
after move 60, I think you get this 2 seconds per move additional. So this was normal, or sometimes you get nothing. So it was 5 versus 4 till the end, or 6 versus 5 till the end. Then they made the rule, I think, that you get something after move 60, but that you're bidding something. This I never heard. I think they introduced this kind of strange stuff now, but I never seen this before. I think it's
it actually happened between Carlsen and Nakamura. It was a famous meme.
as well. Yeah.
Carlsen, so Nakamura wrote out of 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Basically, he bidded 8 minutes and 59 seconds.
Okay.
And Carlsen wrote 8 minutes and 58 seconds.
That's funny. Yeah.
Like, by 1 second he beat him. It was quite famous. He trolled him literally with
No, but
58.
actually,
but, you
I
know.
don't know if it's so great to play with black, because I think statistically, white is winning much more often than black plays draw or win. So
And I'll tell you another time as well. Actually, I'll tell you another time when they had this beating. So the highest is 15 minutes, lowest whatever you want to. Carlsen wrote 15 minutes. Like, so he just wrote it, didn't care.
Yeah.
And he won with the white pieces. So
yeah,
it's quite simple intentions. he
yes,
had.
very easy. Yeah. So I think statistically,
It's like, I
it's
don't
not
want to
bad to
waste time. And that's it. Yeah, fair point.
No, but
Fair
on,
point.
on 15 minutes, I don't know, because I think in a rapid, black has advantage, of course, if you can hold with a draw.
Yes.
But in a blitz game where you have 4 versus 3, 5 versus 4, I think
This
statistically
1 minute is a lot of difference. Yes.
it's not easy. Yeah? And also with white, it's very easy. You just push and okay. There is no comeback, but not easy, I think, to play with this 4 versus 3. But now it's completely different case. You get this additional time per move, so I don't know. I don't know what is statistically the right decision here. Anyway, let's take a look. Instead of rook e1, we have now knight c3. So again, the same opening as we have seen. Again, we have the move d4. Again, we have the queen d4, bishop f4. So instead of rook e1, we have the knight on c3. That's the whole difference. Knight c5, still the same. This time, Maxim decides to keep the queens on the board. There is nothing new that we can say about the position. Probably evaluation should be pretty similar, approximately equal. But of course, we know that Artyomov is in a bad shape. He was so close in the last game to qualify for the first round, and after that, to play a sudden death game, not an easy task, even for a great blitz player like Artyomov. So, for the moment, good game by both. Not much is going on. We have the a5 move, but indeed a5 is now making sense because they might be b4 somewhere. Still impressive, no, Georgi? In a blitz game to control like the whole board.
Actually, to some extent, I think what MVL chose this time looks slightly better compared to what happened last, because the queens being on the board kind of gave him some more chances, maybe, because Black couldn't really figure. Because last time Black just pushed f5 and equalized it on spot like so fast, and at least here some action is happening.
Yes, he kept the queens. I think he kept the queens because of the time difference. So yes, I think this is why. And as well, here we see 2 minutes versus 12 seconds, but for Artyomov it does not really matter because he plays so well. But
here, this one, look at the timer, please. Look at the timer after some certain moment, just check it out. On 1 second, he was pressing it.
Yeah, White is doing slightly better in an endgame, and Artyomov starts to play on 1 second. Yeah, incredible. What a show. Knight c4, rook e7, a4. Yeah, both players are playing extremely high levels. This is a blitz game and they played already so many games, so both of them are tired. Very, very high level chess.
Look at the time. It's just 3 seconds, 4 seconds left. He's pressing it on a second each.
Yes. Unbelievable, yeah. Rook d5, he missed. So b5,
yeah, he missed that. Yes.
He missed rook to d5. Still, big fight, big fight. Or knight a1, what is that? Wow. Bishop f4. Yeah. But okay, to play.
I think rook was getting trapped or something like that. Hang on, where was it? I think there is c6.
c6 to trap the rook, but okay, I also don't see how to trap the rooks.
No, not immediately capturing it, but it was like bishop c5, rook c4, rook b7.
No.
Okay. And just Black was doing fine there. That was the only shot there. Because after bishop f4, he just lost without any chance.
Okay, now he's pawn down and no time. Pawn down. Yeah, this is looking not too well. Maxim playing super strong, no? Georgi, just unbelievably strong game by White. So after king g6 to take on e6 and to have like 2 pawns up is not enough. He goes back on f5. Quite funny.
And there are many threats already, so no, but, it's practically correct decision, but okay, well.
Huge game, yeah?
He didn't want to try his luck in the rook ending anymore there.
Huge game by Maxim, absolutely huge game, and Artyomov had his chances, but I think in general, I think from quality point of view, maybe the best match we have seen, no? Both players played so strong. Yeah.
But if we take the chances, I think Artyomov deserved it more to win. Like, he missed the many drawish opportunities. He was always so close, with an extra. So close, yeah. He was always in +1, I think, in every game almost. So,
yes,
you know,
I agree.
Definitely was getting there, but
okay, these are nuances, yeah, because he never had like straight way or blundering in one move or something like that, yeah. So it was always a big fight. Artyomov played maybe a little bit better, but could not bring bring it home, yeah. And by losing the last sudden death game, Maxim Vasilograf is advancing to the round number 4 of the World Cup at super high level chess, yeah, especially for blitz game. And can you imagine you would play 9 games a day? So this is a game number 9, and still to play at this kind of level, yeah, incredible.
Very, very difficult task, no doubt.
Very impressive, yeah, by both guys, and of course it feels pity, but one has to go home, yeah. What to do? All right, Georgi. So, what do you want to say towards the end? Because I think that's it for today. We are going to watch round number 4 tomorrow. Actually, they have a break day tomorrow, or
they have a day off, yes.
They have a day off. So
they have a day off.
We can do something else. So no games tomorrow, so we don't watch the World Cup, but let's see what we can do. Maybe some end games or something. Let's see. Your final words for today?
Well, thank you everyone for watching the recorded version of it, and rooting for Vincent. Hopefully he will make it till the end. Actually, don't forget that g5 is always a good move, along with the g4 in every Italian, and most importantly, you must trade off the light squared bishops whenever you get a chance.
Georgi. Bishop e6.
And well, if I would have a chance to add someone in the list, with great pleasure I would add Kartik. I think
that's your favorite.
The probabilities are yes at the moment. If I can replace Vincent with Kartik, with great pleasure I'll replace it. So.
All right.
Let's see.
Thank you all for watching. Maybe till tomorrow, so we will be there. Let's hope you too. Wish you a nice evening. Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.